Thank you for joining Wars of the Roses, and this is the Feast of St. John. The Feast of St. John, a message by Mr. Hall to his Masonic Lodge in San Francisco. An article taken from PRS Journal, Volume 28, Number 3, Winter, 1968. The Feast of St. John, a message by Mr. Hall to his Masonic Lodge in San Francisco. As you all gather for the solemn observance of St. John's Day, I deeply regret that circumstances beyond my control make it impossible for me to join with the members and friends of the Masonic Research Group of San Francisco in the celebration of this occasion. Be assured that I am with you in spirit, for I hold this research group in deepest affection and regard. Many of the happiest hours of my life have been spent in the company of this splendid association of dedicated men voluntarily united in the search for truth, according to the light of Freemasonry. It is my sincere hope that I will be able to meet with you again before the end of the year. Research and benevolence are the principal labors of the Mason. Through research, we come to understand those divine and natural laws upon which our fraternity is established. And through benevolence, we reveal the degree of our understanding by our service to our fellow men. This research group is therefore contributing much to the glory of the great architect and the honor of Freemasonry. Among the most interesting and respected of our Masonic symbols is a certain point within a circle embordered by two parallel lines. The circle should be ornamented with the 12 signs of the zodiac, and the circle touches the embordering vertical lines at the signs of Cancer and Capricorn, in which occur the summer and winter solstices. The summer solstice has long been accepted as the birthday of St. John the Baptist, and the winter solstice as the birthday of St. John the Evangelist. It is therefore fitting and proper that likenesses of the two Saints John should take the places of the two vertical lines embordering the circle of the year. We also know that these two Saints John are further reminiscent of the first and most ancient lodge of Freemasonry, established long ago in the sacred city of Jerusalem at the time of the building of the Temple of Solomon the King. It can be noted from a map of the world that 23 degrees 27 minutes north of the equator and running parallel therewith is the Tropic of Cancer, and at the same distance south of the equator is the Tropic of Capricorn. These mark the greatest north and south declinations of the sun, and are named because it is at the signs of Cancer and Capricorn that the tropics touch the ecliptic. The day when the sun reaches the northmost point of its journey along the ecliptic was termed the summer solstice, and is referred to in the Book of Days as Midsummer Day, and the festival related thereto was anciently celebrated on June 24th. It was also customary that this celebration should begin on the previous evening. Through the long centuries of Christian worship, June 24th was set aside, particularly among European peoples, as the birthday of St. John the Baptist. We remember that the first and earliest of our brethren studied the motions of the heavens from their astronomical towers, which were raised long ago upon the plains of Babylonia. There is therefore a science of Masonic astronomy, and it is one of the 7 keys that unlock the mysteries of our craft. Through the study of this science, we come to know that the Lodge of the Holy Saints John is the world itself, that universal lodge whose tressellated floor is the surface of nature, and whose vaulted ceiling, ornamented with celestial symbols, is the all-enclosing sky. It is the will of the great Master of Labor that all men born into this mundane sphere should live together in fraternity, patterning their conduct upon universal and natural laws, and dedicating their endeavors to mutual benefit and assistance. When, in its annular motion, the sun moves northward from the Tropic of Capricorn to reach the Tropic of Cancer at the summer solstice, it was said to be ascending, bringing the blessings of summer to the people of the Northern Hemisphere. This journey signified the regeneration of living things and the resurrection of life, both natural and spiritual. After passing the summer solstice, the sun descends and ends its journey by its tryst with winter. This was the journey of involution, or the descent of life into mortality. For as the sun moves southward, its benevolent powers are decreased in terms of those inhabiting the northern hemisphere, where these calculations were originally made. Homer, in his description of the cavern of the nymphs, which was a veiled account of the chamber of initiation into the most secret mysteries practiced by the ancient Grecians, described the mortal sphere as a cave. Those descending into generation entered through the gate of Cancer, and they were led downward into the deepest parts of materiality. After being duly tested, tempted, and tried, and found worthy to receive the secret instructions of their order, the candidates were then led upward and came finally to a second gate, which was called Capricorn, through which they were released into the blessed sphere, which was the abode of the illumined. Here they were invested with the signs and symbols of their achievements, and went forth to mingle with the blessed, as so beautifully described in the golden verses of Pythagoras. Angel of the Apocalypse. An illumination showing the angel with two representations of St. John, from a 15th century manuscript of the Book of Revelation, written in Holland. In our Masonic lodges, we attempt to capture, by certain arcane implications, the ancient doctrine that the initiate in search of truth follows the mysterious course of the sun through the cycle of the year. From this, we must further infer that the universe itself is the great temple of initiation, and the world in which we live a temple of sacred rites. In this world, Freemasonry has built its house, a miniature of the greater world, and offers to its initiates the opportunity to research the sacred symbols and traditions of all ages and all nations for the purpose of discovering a rightful way of life in harmony with the divine plan. At this time, it might be interesting to describe a Masonic observance concerned with the Nativity of St. John as it was practiced by Masonic lodges of Scotland 100 years ago. We will paraphrase slightly to simplify the account. The particular occasion we describe took place at Melrose and involved the ruined abbey there, where the heart of King Robert Bruce of Scotland was buried. Immediately after the election of office bearers for the year ensuing, the brethren, having assembled on St. John's Eve, walk in procession 3 times around the cross, and afterwards dine together under the presidency of the newly elected Grand Master. Later, the members form into line, 2 abreast, each bearing a lighted torch and decorated with the peculiar emblems and insignia of their order. Headed by the heraldic banners of the lodge, the procession follows the same route 3 times around the cross, and then proceeds to the abbey. On these occasions, the crowded streets present a scene of the most animated description. The joyous strains of a well-conducted band, the waving torches and incessant showers of fireworks make the scene a carnival. But at this time, the venerable abbey is the central point of attraction and resort, and as the mystic torch-bearers thread their way through its mouldering aisles and around its massive pillars, the outlines of its gorgeous ruins become singularly illuminated and brought into bold and striking relief. The whole extent of the abbey is with measured step and slow gone 3 times around. Near the finale, the whole Masonic body gathers to the chapel where the heart of King Robert Bruce lies deposited near the high altar. With the brethren forming one grand semicircle, the band strikes up patriotic old Scottish songs. The effect produced is overpowering. Obviously, we no longer so publicly celebrate the day of St. John, but perhaps with deeper understanding and insight we remember its meaning. This day is of special significance to a research body, for it reminds us of all the wisdom of our fraternity and strengthens our resolution to continue our endeavors and come to fuller knowledge of the great spiritual, moral, and ethical truths of Masonry, which we should apply to our own conduct and, in due course, the conduct of nations. May this solemn gathering, therefore, be a monument to the good work that has been accomplished, to the good brethren who in the past have labored with us, and to our solemn resolution to continue our labors for the common good until ignorance, superstition, and fear shall no longer burden our world. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Roses. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.